Hey everyone, back with another balance video today, and as I was I'm actually making several balance videos today and just kind of getting all my ideas out at once. And as I was thinking of the sequence of the videos, I wanted to go back even farther and say this is how I usually start off my discussion of balance with like a workshop type of a presentation, and it's the downward spiral of having a fall. So this isn't one necessarily everyone needs to watch. It's just kind of it's a good way for me to start off the relationship and the discussion about falls with folks, because really a fall can be extremely life altering for a lot of people. So this is why I'm putting out all the information on falls and fall prevention and improving your balance and things like that, is because it can really impact someone's life. And so whether you've had a fall or you've had a loved one, hopefully this video will just kind of give you some perspective on why it's such an important topic. And again, if it's a loved one, maybe give you a little more insight into why they're struggling with it so much. And if you've had a fall, maybe you can just kind of get some understanding that you're not alone with this. And a lot of people have these same issues. So let me just summarize again this whole topic. So basically, a lot of people look at a fall as an isolated incident. A loved one had a fall, they got kind of banged up, maybe they hurt their hip. If they're not lucky, they got injured and broke a hip or something like that. But life goes on, you improve, you recover, you get back, everyone's busy, we just keep doing what we're always doing. And what happens typically then over the course of time then is people don't get back to where they were. And the biggest reason is because emotionally they are in a different state now. So you might look at them objectively and say, well, hey, your aunt fell, or your loved one or whoever, and say, well, yeah, you didn't really get hurt, and obviously you're back on your feet, everything's great, so let's just get back on with life. And physically maybe they are okay, but emotionally, mentally, it's a big deal. And the biggest thing, I ask people at the workshops to say, well, what happens after a fall? What goes on in your mind? What are you feeling? What are you thinking? And you get all sorts of reactions. Some people say, well, gosh, yeah, obviously I'm afraid. I'm afraid it's going to happen again. I didn't get hurt that bad, but I'm afraid next time I'm going to get hurt. Or now I'm nervous, or I don't want to go out and do these things anymore. And a common one I get too is they'll say, I'm actually angry. I'm angry that I fell. This is stupid. Why did I fall? I'm not that old, I'm not that weak, or whatever. But again, so you have all of these emotions kind of running through their heads in terms of what's happening. And over time then, this starts to lead to the downward spiral, because people don't necessarily see it, but now these folks are starting to do less. So they're less active. That fear leads them to avoid certain things. And these certain things are usually activities that are more challenging to their balance. And as they avoid these activities and become a little more sedentary, their balance starts to worsen, and their strength and endurance starts to worsen. So slowly over time, maybe it's a course of months or even a year or two, they get less active, their balance is poor, and they're not as strong. So what that leads to then in this downward spiral is now they are much more likely to have a fall. And so what starts off as an isolated incident now is making them feel worse, they're less active, and before they know it, not only are they not quite as active, but they're missing out on some key activities that they used to enjoy. So whether that's going out and walking with friends, going out with a spouse, going to the community center, doing specific types of exercise, golfing, hiking, whatever they like to do, they're not doing it anymore because they are afraid. As that happens, ultimately, now you're looking at not just a physical event here with the fall, not just something you need to go to physical therapy for to improve, because now you're having this decreased quality of life, this decreased enjoyment in life, and that's again why you get this emotional factor involved with falls. So again, hope that gives you just some perspective on why this is such an important issue, and it's just something that at our clinic we're aware of, we can empathize with, and we know that getting back your balance and regaining some confidence is so important, not just on the physical level, but on your emotional, call it a spiritual level, if you will, just your enjoyment of life. So again, maybe not everyone needed to watch this video, but hopefully it gives you some perspective, whether it's you that's had the fall, and just know that a lot of people feel this way, so you're not alone, or whether it's a loved one that's had a fall, be sensitive to these issues, and just know that something that doesn't seem like that big of a deal today, over the next several months, if left to itself, could get worse and could have a really a negative impact on someone's enjoyment in life. So that's why we got all these other fall and prevention videos to come. So keep watching, and let me know if you have comments or questions. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.